We got a team one together with Executing. Oh, look at like a ferocious cutie. Venthyr, I think Venthyr Arms Warrior. We got its name as a rogue. We got Sega main as a boomy with Big and Goo as a red palette and Floyd as the Shadow Priest, and it's gonna be War Grand first up as a Survival Hunter this time. Are you still Venthyr, or did you go back to Kyrian? What's going on? There's gonna be a steel trap for Floyd, and that's gonna be working, peeling off the layers of buffs from Floyd in the opener, trying to get him done up. Is a Venthyr on his Hunter, so that's gonna be a pretty big kill shot. Stunned by Wargrand with big grenades, lots of damage on Floyd, having to force out to disperse. It looks like Wargrand just had really good go just now. Massive setup, and Floyd is looking to maybe get some counter pressure onto Wargrand. But the line aside by the Hunter, it's gonna be perfect. It's a trinket for Wargrand out of the sun, trying to go for, I think, a freezing trap. Or the Floyd can't do much. Wait, did you see? Feared. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna guess a DC or something wrong happened, and Floyd did take him out though. But I really don't know what happened just now. Did he DC? I'm gonna guess he DC'd. That's super unfortunate, but Floyd does land the first kill. Who's next? Oh, this team. It's either gonna be iFox Survival with Chakran. Wait, hold on. Chakrakon. We'll call it Chakra as another enhancement shot. We got some Chicago as enhanced, and Peachy in the back as a continuum, as you can choose to play a Necrolord Feral Druid this time, dude. Try to see if you can play Boomy. Gotta go Necrolord Feral Druid instead, which is the combo. Hopefully one of them is lagged out. That's unfortunate. Did everybody else on Team NA lag out? If everybody else on Team NA lagged out, like somebody's gonna have to go. It looks like it's gonna be iFox. Up next, yeah, if somebody lags out, man, and waiting for them to come back, you might as well send the next person in. Floyd knows there's going to be a Survival Hunter. My screen froze as well. That's big on Forge, dude. How do you have that kind of DC from so many boys over on the Team 1, man? On Team 2. Someone's sabotaging Team 2, dude. Must be somebody in Team 1. Who could it be? Stun by Floyd. Going for a big damage on iFox. Is going to be tricking off that stun silence. iFox actually denied traps for a little bit. Throwing down big grenades back at Floyd. Could be dispersed. Is going to be dispersed. He's chasing down the Shadow Priest. Trying to continue the pressure. Floyd is next to him for that big old fear. Is going to be a mind game zone to iFox. Better deny some of the damage to Floyd. Is going to go faint down. Should remove the mind games off. That does land the muzzle interrupt onto Floyd as iFox is looking for a little bit of line to side. Big PI available for Floyd. And it's going to be a harpoon of iFox. No interrupts available. If Floyd gets any kind of CC chains, he could be in a great spot trying to maintain the damage as best as possible. Big feint death for iFox, removing the dots. Interrupter Floyd on Shadow. Greater feint is all he has. No way to interrupt for the time being. Kill shot missing. And Floyd is going to have to get some counter pressure here or back-to-back heals. Stun onto iFox. Does he go for the kill? Does he do it? Actually backing out completely. Hopefully he didn't go for a Shadow Word Death. I think he did go for Shadow Word Death. At the very end, though, he was like, you know what? I'm basically over. Maybe I can take him out with me. And he actually got so close. Imagine if they just sniped each other with a cross kill. And next up is going to be Sega main from Shu. Hello. Hello. Is it going to be from Shu? Hello? What if he dies? Does he go to Shu? Goodbye? What's up, Sam? How you doing, my man? Going to be iFox, not freezing when he sees Sega main in stealth. It's going to be immediate Thorns. Trying to go for a war stop. Big convoke. Maybe a little. Oh my god, he's just blasting Chakra. Uh-oh. Not much you can do with that convoke, though. It will just target anybody nearby, and iFox was nowhere near him. But the pet did die, I believe. It looks like Sega main is either going to bail out, or maybe he's just not seeing iFox. Maybe he doesn't have health bars over his head. Because like he was walking to him, maybe he wanted to go for a bit of a reset. But there goes a burst out of Sega. Cyclone into the pet. iFox will not be able to use that pet for a stun or kill commands. So maybe it'll be bad for him. Maybe it'll be bad for iFox. Sega is blasted. Those starters back to iFox is going to go for pet sack. So the pet is back in. iFox is pretty low in health, though. Is going to go for a massive heal with acceleration, as well as a Battle Master trinket. Throwing a freezing trap onto Sega. Does go for the trinket, not interrupting many bandages. Instead, he's just tucking tail and running out of there. Just bailing out completely. As iFox making sure to tag him with them grenades. Sega, does he have a big go here anytime soon? He does have pretty long CDs. But if he can just get himself some resource, he might be okay. Thorns is up in bear form. Could go for a lot of self-heals. Does go for a root to iFox, shifting out of form before the fear comes out. An iFox landing a stun onto Sega. I think it could be end here. Flame shot could be a bunch of kill shots back to back. Kill shot in bear form does go for a roar. Gonna be iFox burning a trinket just to end the kill. Just try to see if he can get the win here. It needs one more kill shot onto Sega. Does he have it? Big haze buff. Might have a flame shot proc. Oh, and Sega poked his head out maybe a little too far with that kill shot going through. Next up is gonna be Big and Goo. Up next. Wait, it's Big Bang. UE. Big Bang U. Why do I call it Big Bang U? I think it's even funnier if you just call him like, this is not the name at all. But it's going to be a Paladin up next. Big versus iFox. Hopefully he'll have some big damage, but that's going to be a full reset for iFox. I'll try to see if he can hit him with a Wake of Ashes out. iFox doesn't really have a lot of defenses to work with here. Maybe offenses. He might be able to do something with Big. Try to go for that redemption. Is he going to try to get him out? Freeze and trapping. Just gonna freeze and trap him out. Dots hit him with a flame shot, extending the dots, exchanging the dots. That's gonna be quite a bit of damage over time. Rolling Big, getting hit with a stun. Gonna be a blessing of protection. Actually, iFox can remove it. Does get you removed. Big shots going through. Big does have a massive Seraphim. Does he hit that reckoning though? I don't know if he hit that reckoning or missed it. He might have missed it. Shield of Vengeance should keep him rolling for a bit. Big damage to iFox, and it's over. Just needed himself a big old go, and down he goes. That is the Retribution Paladin burst here, boys. It looks like we did have a disconnect, though, with Chicago. Hopefully they'll get back in here. But a pretty big DC happened just now. Peachy going to be up next. Flesh Cracked while in bear form. I think that does give him extra healing. Or extra big shield, since bear form does give him more health. Big, making sure to secure himself a position with Consecration. Peachy not walking on top of it. Not getting himself caught out of stealth. Is going to get the opener. Big bleed should be up for Big. That's going to be the swarm up and running. Oh, Big dots are just melting this man right now. It's going to have to go for Ward of Glories back to back. That frenzy was doing some damage. I don't know if he got the rip with it either, but that was quite a bit of damage for Peachy in the opener. Is going to jump over to the side, still holding to Flesh Cap Shield, getting a restun opener onto Big. I think that was maybe Silent Yard. Ursul's available, so Peachy can get the hell out of there in case things go bad. And just waiting out for Big. Just waiting out for Big, maybe to catch a reset. Goes in for yet another stun. He's super DR'd at this point. Big maybe could connect with a Hodge. He has wings available. Hand of Freedom, trying to see if he can bail over. Swarm is on him. The dots are going to be doing quite a substantial damage. Big reckoning coming down for Big. Having to go for Ward of Glories as early as possible, though. And Peachy looking to get himself a bit of a reset. Does catch himself a re-stealth. And it's going to get an opener onto Big. The swarm is back on him. Trinket and a Shield of Vengeance out for the Paladin. Does he go for a Hodge? Peachy might actually break that Shield of Vengeance. Better be careful. That is Seraphim. That's going to be wall available. Big got himself some damage rolling, but looks like he's taking damage himself. Minding the bubble as Peachy can maybe force the pressure out of him. Is Big going to go for a cast? Better not heal him with a cast spell. Actually getting kind of low stun. Bite for Peachy as the man does in now the global by the looks of it. Peachy taking him out with Executing, gonna be up next. Looking to land those big executes on Peachy. Look at that range he has on those things. But Peachy besting a Retribution Paladin, that's usually a pretty difficult play for a Feral Druid. Executing, making sure he gets for the port. Go using that Vent their teleport ability to get back up. Try to see if he can catch Peachy before they caught a re-stealth. And that Thorns is gonna be pretty painful. If only Executor has a way to deal with the Thorns. Feared him. Warbreaker, maybe Big Dammy, Big Condemns, try to come through, try to go for a Blade Storm just to cancel out from the root. That's going to be maybe charge on the Peachy. Is looking to jump down ASAP. Maybe, or maybe just looking to go back down. Or he only had Typhoon. But that's going to be big cooldowns out of Executing, gone, and he wasn't really able to maximize the big Condemns just yet. If he can somehow deny Peachy the opener, he might still be okay. If he just denies the opener for the Druid, so he can get a proper setup with a stun, he might be okay. He doesn't have the rage to Whirlwind or anything, though. Not much you can do unless you pick up the eyes. Peachy trying to make some bleeds happen. Barkskin it up. I don't know if Executor has wall or anything. Big old bite. Maybe this way you want to make sure you have parry up. He's going to have the parry. Condemns are coming through, but that root just stops him in place. Let's see, that's the second charge. Trying to stay on Peachy. It's actually on him. There goes the Condemns, making damage happen. Executing is dotted up. A whole portion of the dot is going to ignore pay, but not all of it. And Peachy comes back in with a couple combo points and a big old bite. Name XD is going to be up next versus Peachy, playing that Night Fae Rogue. Going for the reset, actually. Is he trying to go for a reset with 100% crit? Actually, I think he was trying to see if Peachy would walk out of there. Bear form flesh cap does get interrupted. Super unfortunate. That's going to be a cycle for Peachy. Nothing Name can do unless he goes for a cloak. And Name is playing that Assassination I just noticed. There's going to be Assass, Bleeds, and Poisons versus Peachy's Bleeds and Bites. We'll see which one of those is better. Blind onto Peachy, trinkets out of it. Does he go for the big setup? And it looks like Name does not go for the Shadow Step. I was almost expecting a Shadow Step out of it, but decided to go for the Night Fae Soul Form instead. The Rogue isn't really doing all that great. Kidney shot onto Peachy, does lock him down for a second, but the Rogue is out of cooldowns for the time being. Looking to maybe disconnect from Peachy. Smoke bomb creating some line of sight. Trying to see if he can maybe get himself a restel. Does catch a re. And Peachy getting shadow stepped on. Does catch a restel themselves, actually. So it looks like it's a big old reset for the both of those two. Interesting. Interesting. Peachy making sure to pick up the eyes. Name. Buying his time, man. He needs a cooldown. So he has nothing. No blind, only trinket, no vanish. So you're going to have a really hell of a time with the Druid. At most, at worst, I guess you could get an opener, kidney shot, and reset behind the pillar of that kidney. And that might be the saving grace for Name. That might be the saving grace for him. But we'll see how that goes, man. Peachy's still looking out for him. And it's picking up, is that second? No set of eyes. Second set of eyes is up though, but Peachy hasn't, I thought he picked them up for some reason. Name scouting those eyes, hanging out by the pillar. Peachy approaching. If Name is out of position, Peachy will be able to find him. For Peachy, an opener is important, but I think for Name it's even more important. Making sure he gets a fat garrote, making sure he gets a cheap shot if he needs it. You know, whatever the opener is, he wants to make sure he's the one getting it. Name approaching the eyes, camping him. Peachy kind of looking at the eyes, but mostly roaming. The Rogue, it almost looks like he touched it. It almost looks like he touched the eyes. It's like from Finding Nemo, touched the butt. I don't know if he touched the butt yet. He's so close to it. He's chilling. He's biding his time. He's getting cooldowns back. If anything, I think maybe the Rogue is like, you know what? I'm in a really bad spot defensively, offensively. Peachy does poke out of stealth for a second in bear form. That's where Name has him. So now Name is more likely to open up with Peachy, but Peachy's in bear form. Bart's gonna just open immediately. No Vendetta for Name just yet. Flash God getting interrupted. I think for Peachy, you might as well just cast the Cyclone into Name's face next time. Get interrupted, then go for full Flash God. But yeah, that's why he gets a CC instead. And now he's the one getting the opener. Does get the stun into Name, forcing a trick out of the Rogue. Evasion up immediately. Peachy does have the full stop set up. That's gonna be Thorns as big bleeds come in. Name does have quite a bit of dots on him. Peachy making sure to pick up the eyes in case the Rogue goes for a reset. And actually, it's gonna be the Swarm on Name, putting quite a bit of dots on him. So Vanish, big damage on the Peachy. Peachy does have a wall for this, trying to break away from the Rogue, maybe with the Ursos, or maybe just keep the Rogue next to him. Rogue does walk out of it. It's going to be a trick for Peachy out of that blind. And Name needs to get himself a stun or something. He's not in a good spot at all. Dots are just rolling, and looks like he bled out. And it's interesting that Peachy just kind of the next time like I'm gonna say a race or something. Peachy coming back in with a big bleeds and a feral Druid, boys. Oh my god, look at that healing too. iFox did quite a bit of damage too. Very well done, boys. Very well done. Very well done for the first game of a Name. All right, let's see if we can get another one going, yeah? I'm pretty sure some of you guys would want a rematch, especially Chicago, who never got to play.